That's a good spot, Andrew!
You got some nice groups to roll up on as we go.
All right, Anne-Marie. All right, that's it. Run it the right way, Andrew. Set him up well.
Hey, Tris, good.
I'm Tristan Van Ord. I run for ZAP Endurance.
I'm Anne-Marie Tuxbury. I'm getting ready to run the Chicago Marathon.
I am getting ready to run the Chicago Marathon this October and then the trials in February. It's really good to have that support system there when you're going through rough times, rough workouts. You know, I think it's really helpful to have people there that can support you and help you and kind of go through the same thing and almost commiserate on a level and go through the good and bad times with you. So
I want to run 2:28. I really just want to get under 2:30 for the first time and at the very least come away with a PR.
My name's Andrew Colley, aka Baby, aka the Flowing Locks, and I'm getting ready for Chicago Marathon, that is.
So for Andrew Colley, the end of 22 and the spring and summer of 2023 has been, frankly, exceptional. Making the World Cross Country team, sending him to the Rotterdam Marathon in the Netherlands was an interesting decision because we knew he'd be doing it on a short turnaround from World Cross Country Championships in Australia. And he did well. We thought he was probably in shape to run somewhere between 2:09 and 2:11 on a good day. He was in that window. He ran 2:11.26. Struggled a little bit the last 5K, but to be honest, I think that's more an extension of the fact that Andrew's had some interruptions over the last 6 to 8 years. Hasn't quite had the consistency and the months and months and years of volume that will make him a better marathoner, which is one of the reasons that we're running another marathon before the Olympic trials for Andrew. It's essentially just to put in yet another marathon block and send him to Chicago, the Windy City.
the last marathon I ran was the Houston Marathon this past year in January, and it went really well. So I ended up running a 2+ minute PR there, 2:27 for Top American at Houston, which was super exciting, and I can't wait to do more.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like to go into it with super specific time or place goals. I kind of just want to get to the line healthy and see what I can do. I think I'm in really good shape, and coming off of Houston, I think I have even more in me. So, you know, hopefully improving on that time, but for the most part, just making it there healthy, having fun, and competing really well.
So Anne-Marie is, like every athlete, a case study of one. I mean, she ran 2:31 for her trials qualifier over at the Cal International Marathon in December. She also ran the Rotterdam Marathon in the Netherlands in April, where she ran 2:35. Learned a lot in the second build-up. If I'm being completely forthcoming, probably pushed a little bit on the volume and intensity side a bit too much. But the positive was she came off it healthfully, and she's hungrier than ever now, and really for the first time in the last 4 months, her legs are now once again under her and looking great. Tristan Van Ord has had a really exceptional last couple years here in the program. We talked about, do we run another marathon before the Olympic trials or not, and she wanted to. She wanted to go and put herself in a really competitive environment. It goes without saying that Chicago's going to be one of those environments. The goal is to always get there to the starting line healthfully and go be a great competitor, particularly in the second half of the race, and then come off it well and be more excited than ever to go down to Orlando and make some real noise. And then there are some milestones. I know that for Anne-Marie, a milestone in her head is that sub 2:30 barrier, which is, I know it's kind of a man-made barrier, but it's one that's definitely in her head. And then, you know, for Tristan, that Olympic standard, which she missed so narrowly at Houston, 2:26.50 is one. But for both of them, I think those goals are more like B+ goals than what I think they could achieve if they had great days.
First and foremost, I've always looked forward in Chicago, that like really big metal beam thing they have in the center of the city. I've been pumped to see it in real life and maybe get my hands on that bad boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in Chicago with my new fiance, Andrew Colley. We're gonna be kind of you know, doing that whole process together, which is really fun. We've done a couple races together in the past, and it's really fun being out there with your partner and you know, sharing that same goal. So I'm super excited.
I think in Chicago I'll be able to take more risks because I got that 2:11:30 out of the way at Rotterdam. So it's like, hey, now we can go and see how fast we can run and take a see like what my legs can handle a little more. But then it's just like about getting more miles in, right? Like I feel like in Rotterdam I was lacking the distance aspect, like the strength there, the last third, last fourth of the race. So I think getting more mileage and getting another build in will just help me be able to get the build in for the trials that much easier. And you know, it's all about that consistent healthy training. So just getting another few months of consistent healthy training is gonna do worlds for me at the trials.
Chicago!
Yeah, I think that's it. Just the being and the fast times.
Aya!